From this video, we will learn about how to read and write RDB. Double-click RDB Read. Click Add. Type in Test, and click RDB Settings. It will receive data from MariaDB. Received data will be put into tag values. Select RDB type, and type in username and password. When accessing RDB remotely, check remote and type an IP address. MariaDB is installed on the local server, so click OK. Next, the database. Name the database SRView. Type in RDB read for table name. Click Design. Click Append to create a table column named Tag Name. It structures the table. Create a column, name it as Value, and set the type to Tag Value. The data from Value will be received and written in tags. Click Append to create a column, name it as Date. Select Date. Now, the database is structured with tag name, value, date columns. Normally, when you request RDB data, the System Manager processes it by creating tables. But, the System Manager might not be familiar with creating tables. Click the Create Table button. Click Show Statement, and SQL Create Table statement will show up. Copy it and send it to the System Manager. We will create a table for this exercise, so click Create Table. There are cases like this. If the System Manager is unfamiliar with RDB, they might ask you to create one for them. In this case, click the Create Table button. Let's see how it is done. In the CSRView bin folder, there is a file named RDB Editor. You can use the editor RDB offers, but this RDB editor has necessary functions to be used in SRView. Click OK. And we see the table here. The RDB table is created. It has the tag name, value, and date. You need to put values in the table. Normally, the System Manager would input the data. This is the SQL insert into statement. This SQL statement inputs VAIO-001 value as 1 and the update date in the RDB read table. Press F5 key to execute. Select again, then execute. You can press the F5 key or click this icon. In the data, there are two pieces of data. VAIO-001 has a value of 1, and VMulti-001 also has a value of 1. Let's set this data to be inserted into the tag value of our program. Let's resize it to see both programs. Resize it and open the RDB Read. Click Append. We can put values in the tag name, value, and date. For the date, it will automatically be filled in with the current date. Data will be received from RDB Read. It is currently receiving data, so we will not assign it. Set VAIO-001 tag for the tag name. Select the same tag for the value. We set it to insert values into this tag. We set it to search data for tag name VAIO-001 and read the value. Then control the tag using the data. Click Append again. This time, select the tag first, and copy its name and paste it, then click OK. Go back to Design. Among several data types, value and string are conditional expressions for where expression It receives the data after filtering with the value inputted. Difference between tag value and string is that tag values are used when it is a number including decimals. Tag strings are used when it is a string value. It is not that much different for analog tags. For digital tags, select based on whether it has the status name or numbers as the value. It has the same structure for RDB save. So when you select tag string, it will be saved as status name. Tag values are saved as numbers. Let's finish setting up. Click OK, and save. Go to View. V-multi-0-0-0-1 tag value has changed to 1. VAI-0-0-0-1 to 30 the value is received, and changed to 1. Let's set it to 1 second interval. The program will not overload as it controls only when the value changes. Set it to 1 second and save the RDB data. This is a SQL statement for changing RDB VAI-0-0-0-1 data to 5. When executed, the RD bread table value will change to 5. The tag value will receive 5 according to the RDB view settings. The VAI-0-0-0-1 tag received data from RDB. Next, how to check when it is not working properly. On Task Manager, select Data Save and click Show. The SQL statement is being executed every second. Press Ctrl S to stop. There is the SQL statement. VAI-0-0-0-1 tag is set as a condition for the where clause. For date, it is searching for the maximum time. It receives the data through the SQL statement and writes tag value through set tag val. If it is not working properly, click here to copy the SQL statement. Then, paste it on Notepad. Copy the SQL statement you need and execute it here. If there is an error message should show up here. Read what it says, and determine what the error is. On this window, create a simple table and check if it works properly with a changed SQL statement. Data Save task saves report data as well as trend data. So, if you display data save on the field, it will display a lot of data. We only need the select statement. So copy it all and paste it on Notepad. Then search for RDB read and there will be a SQL statement right below it. This was it for the RDB read. RDB read has two types, general and final data. The final data has a date column and allows you to read the final data. Next, RDB write. Click Append. It has the same interface. You should be able to use it once we go over the saving types. This lets you save your data into the RDB and others can receive the data using the system. Select Append to create an insert statement. Set it to save your date every 10 minutes. When you are appending, you need a date column in the format. This way, you can distinguish between data. Use these settings to add data into the RDB every 10 minutes. Update allows you to update the data in already existing RDB data. The difference between update and check and update is by how the data processes if the data does not exist in the RDB. Let me give you an example. It is set to update 5 in tag name VAIO0001. But what if VAIO0001 data itself does not exist? Update type should add VAIO0001 and input the value, while check and update will not add data. So, the check and replace type just finishes the process when it fails to update the data. Both types will update the value if all the data exists. Other than that, everything is the same. It uses the same structure as RDB read, but RDB save adds the tag value into the RDB. This has been the lecture on RDB.